everybody, this is Jen. I am coming to you today for Spotlight Sunday on the Crafty Maven Getaway channel. And I'm also known as Scrappy Jem, Jem on YouTube. And I don't usually do face-to-face videos, but I figured that for Spotlight Sunday it would be a good idea too. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit about my crafting world, and then I'm going to switch over to a voiceover and show you some of my layouts that I have done and what my typical style is in terms of scrapbooking. So I am 30 years old. I live in Rhode Island, which for people who don't know the area, it's the smallest state in the United States, and it is about an hour south of Boston, about 4 hours from New York City. So I am in New England. I really enjoy where I live. It's pretty populated, but I live out in the country, so that's kind of nice. I have been scrapbooking since I was in middle school. I started when I was about, I don't know, I think I was about 12 or 13. My godmother, who has since passed away, she started scrapbooking with me. She wasn't a huge scrapbooker herself, but she was looking for something to do for the two of us to do. She lived right next door to me, which was great. So she had gotten some scrapbooking supplies and said, hey, come on over, bring a couple pictures and let's get going. And it's something that stuck with me forever. So I am single. I have no kids. I just started a brand new job. I am a guidance counselor. Let me back up. I graduated from Quinnipiac, and I was a nurse. I am a nurse. I was an ER nurse for 5 years, and then I decided I wanted to go back to school, get my master's degree, finish that up in December, and it took me about 3.5, 4 years to do so because I worked full-time at a pediatrician's office doing telephone triage. So I finished my master's in December, and I just got a job. I just finished my second week there at a charter school in Providence, Rhode Island. It's the only one in the country that is specifically for kids who want to be nurses. And we're pretty much doing it for most of the kids. There are kids that would not have the opportunity to go to nursing school otherwise. So it's really, really a neat fit to put my nursing background with my master's degree in counseling. So that's what I'm doing. That's why if those of you that follow my personal channel, Scrappy Jem, I haven't been on there that much in the last couple of weeks. I am trying to get settled at a new job and all of that. So that's a little bit about me background wise. Like I said, I've been scrapbooking since I was about 13, and my scrapbooking has changed so much since I started. I started in wire-bound, like literally wire-bound, almost like sketchbooks. And so I have a couple of those left. I'm not quite sure where they are, unfortunately, but that is what I started in. And I then progressed to like 8.5 by 11 in like a 3-ring binder. And then I started to go to the 12 by 12, the post bound. And now I do all my albums in the 3-ring binders because I find it so much easier to move things around. So that's a little bit about the history of my scrapbooking. I scrapbook anything and everything. I travel quite a bit, so a lot of my scrapbooking is related to travels and trips and things I've seen and things I've done and whatnot. But I also have a 1-year-old nephew. Actually, today is Saturday. I'm filming this, so today I'm going to his first birthday party. So that is kind of exciting. It's been great to watch him grow the last year. I can't believe he's a year old already. So he's becoming a big part of my scrapbooking. And then my I've got 2 really good friends from college. We were roommates. They both now have sons. Liam is about almost 18 months old, and Torin he just was born in July. So he's about a month old now. So it's funny going from scrapping myself as a child through my college years and then into now what was like my, young adulthood and what I was scrapbooking. And now I'm getting into all my scrapbooks are filled with children, even though I don't have children of my own yet. So that's kind of exciting to see the growth, just like the timeline of my life and how it is. A lot of people will say, why do you scrapbook? You don't have kids. You don't really have a family, you're single. I'm like, I do it because it's almost like a tradition that my godmother started with me, and like I said, she passed away. She passed away when I was 21 from alcoholism. So it really was, she was like a second mother to me growing up. And unfortunately, she turned to alcohol when she lost her job when I was about 18 or 17. So, and it was really, really, really tough. She ended up, her liver failed, and she ended up passing away from that. But I scrapbook to keep her memory alive. And not only that, I really enjoy it. It is a great outlet. It is a great stress reliever, especially when I used to work in the ER. I'd get home at like 3 in the morning, couldn't sleep. I was still ramped up on adrenaline. I would sit down and I would scrapbook. In an hour of scrapbooking, I was fine, calmed down, and could go to sleep. And now I do that. I don't really scrapbook during the week now. I just don't have the time. Especially with this new job. It's a charter school, so my contracted hours are 7:45 in the morning till 4:50 in the evening. So by the time I get home, cook dinner, and do what needs to be done, do errands, go grocery shopping, whatever, it's 8 o'clock. And after I get up at 5, I just can't. I have to go to sleep. So I've been scrapbooking on the weekends for the last several weeks, and then before that I was on vacation, so I didn't get any scrapbooking done. But that is a little bit about why I scrapbook. I love it. I have an entire scrap room that I'm standing in. This is the wall behind me is, you can kind of see my homemade clip it up. That's about as much of a scrapbook room tour you're going to get, because my room is a disaster right now. And there is on my channel, if anybody wants to see my scrapbook room, there is a scrapbook room tour about a year ago. I would say last August I might have done one. Might have been August. It might have been the fall. I did a full, I think it's almost an hour-long scrap room tour. So if anybody's interested in seeing my scrap room, that is what I would suggest you doing, is going to my channel and taking a look at that. My scrap room has not changed at all since then. I finally found the setup I really like, and it's still a work in progress. My scrap room is I'm just looking around here, it is a converted walk-in closet. So when I decided to come back to get my master's degree, I actually moved back in with my mom because I wanted to come back to this area instead of staying in Connecticut, and it just made no sense for me to be paying rent. So and my mom's completely by herself, so I moved back in with her, and it's really been nice. But I don't have a huge room to myself, so instead of having a closet, I live out of laundry baskets, and I decided to take the closet as a scrap room. So it's pretty small, but it does what it needs to do. I have plenty of storage. I have an entire wall that way of Jetmax cubes. It's 3 by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 3 by 5 of them tall, and that stores all my stuff, and then my desk is right in front of me here, and that is just enough space, and I have a shelf that runs the whole length of above my desk, so there's enough room for what I need. So in terms of scrappy style, I think I'm kind of a little bit of everything except mixed media. I am not hugely into the mixed media on scrapbook pages. I do art journal. I do not share that with the world. It is my little playing. I like to just play in the journals, and that's it. I don't share it on the internet, on YouTube, anything. But when it comes to scrapbooking, I keep the mixed media out of there for the most part. I have dabbled in it a little bit, but I just cannot make it work to my liking. So I don't know if I would call myself clean and simple, because I do like to try new techniques, and I do like to use a lot of different colored pattern papers, and I like to use the pattern paper as backgrounds. Although I have been, in the last couple of maybe 6 months or so, increased the amount of white backgrounds I've been doing, and I've been enjoying that. So I kind of vary. My layouts can look similar to each other. They definitely keep my style, but they do look very different even when I'm using the same kit. I do like kit clubs. I subscribe currently to Hip Kit and Click Kit, and I do use those, and I really enjoy them. It makes life so much easier when it comes to buying supplies, and I've actually bought less supplies when I've been with the kit club than I did beforehand. I spend less money, which is, I guess, the entire point of it, right? So that's that's kind of my scrapbooking life and my life. Other than scrapbooking, like I said, I have my new job and I have 2 puppies, Dixie and Sydney. They're both miniature golden doodles and they are amazing. You probably see them in my layouts as well. I do scrap about them. And I don't really do too much else. Most of my friends actually live out of state. They live in Connecticut, which isn't too far. I mean, one of my friends, I can get to her house in an hour, so that's not too bad. But my cousin is here. She's about 40 minutes from me here locally, so that's kind of nice. But when I don't have a big social life here because I don't know a lot of people. I'm starting to build up more friendships here now with my new job and my previous job, but so scrapbooking is kind of my life when I'm home. I also am an avid reader. I do like to read. I've always been a reader. My Kindle goes everywhere with me. So I guess my 2 hobbies are reading and scrapbooking. That's kind of my life. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am going to stop here and I will probably put in a couple of layouts in once I get on my computer to edit it. Put a couple of layouts in to show you what my typical style is, and I may or may not voice over that. We'll see what happens. I'm really crazy for time today. It's what, 8:30 in the morning, so I have to be out of here by 10. So if it uploads quickly, I will definitely voice over it. If not, I probably will just be putting some music in. So we'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm very excited to bring you this, what is it, Spotlight Sunday. And I will be back on Crafty Maven in September for 2 days in a row and then a couple days in October as well. So I will see you guys then. Take care. Bye.